Yeah, in comes the security from that side and that side. Okay, well, I'll take the guy on the left. You take the guy on the right. What's up, guys? John here from the Killer Bits, and today I have clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right, and I'm stuck here in the middle with you in these Reservoir Dogs bloody days. Yes, I'm taking a look at this new title from Big Star Games, out on the 18th, I think it is, on Steam, and this is a top-down tactical shooter, I suppose is the best description. It's somewhere between, I'd say, something like XCOM and Hotline Miami, but obviously, most notably, it's using the brand name of Reservoir Dogs because I think they've done some sort of deal, or there's something to do with the fact that it's 25 years since Tarratino's flick first premiered at Sundance, so there's obviously a tie-in there. But I'd say this is very, very loosely based on Reservoir Dogs, as in it has the same character names, and there's a few quotes that pop up. But that is pretty much it. You know, the character models don't even look like the actors in the film. I mean, Mr. Pink looks nothing like Steve Buscemi. But yeah, this is essentially a crime spree tactical shooter, and we will continue because I can actually show you previous levels. I've done 2 levels, and I opened up the 3rd. So there's 18 missions in the game, and you can see them all here. Each one you need to, pay money to unlock, so you have to do them in order. But we'll do Rosies Diner first, because I can show you the how it plays out, because there's one specific mechanic in this, which is the time rewind mechanic. This is how you get that tactical element on controlling. It's like a multiplayer shooter, but one person is playing it. It's a little difficult to explain, but you'll see within a couple of moments. But this is just the tutorial, as you'd imagine. You can play this on gamepad, and I'm quite surprised this is just on PC, because it certainly feels like it would do all right on console. I mean, to me, this feels like almost like a Xbox Live Arcade, Xbox 360 era game. Not that it's, particularly ropey or anything like that. It's just that it's, fairly simple. I mean, it's all done in Unity. And if we hit E, we can pick up our gun. On, if we can come out of it, there we go. So the cutscene tutorial type bits do kind of slow you down a little, but basically we have a gun, so we can hold up this guy, and we get some cash from that. Now we get into how the actual combat works, and it essentially plays like a twin stick shooter. So this is where it works all right on gamepad. I mean, the movement's a lot better on gamepad using the analog sticks, but the aiming and shooting on mouse is obviously a lot easier. And the cops are coming. So what we need to do is just come on, if I pick up the right buttons. I haven't got a shotgun. And come on, there we go. Swap weapons. So you can constantly swap weapons for what's on the ground. You can shoot civilians if you're a horrible person. Okay, if they're stood up, you can shoot civilians. Right, and we're taking a lot of damage. Oh, look, we killed a civilian. That affected our points. But you get an idea of how the combat works. And eventually... Oh, we'll pick up this shotgun. The cops are here. Now we get to see the robbing mechanic. So this is fairly simple. It's basically walk up to things and press E. We can basically steal. So it's not just sticking up people. We can steal all sorts of things if it's highlighted. And you can see here. So this all goes towards your and this is another reason it's got that almost XBLA kind of feel to it, because it feels quite arcadey. No, we need to be that side of it, right? Okay. As I say, on gamepad the controls feel, at least the movement feels a lot better. Keyboard and mouse, as I say, the aiming is easier, but the aiming and shooting on mouse is obviously always a lot easier, but the movement on keyboard, because it's top down, I mean, if it was like a fixed camera angle, maybe, but it switches, you know, isometric, then top down, and it's just a little awkward, and it just doesn't move as smoothly as with an analog stick. But this is, as you can see, with Mr. Brown, got Mr. White, and talking about Joe Cabot as well. So, as I said, it's using the names from the film, but that's pretty much it. But this is demonstrating how the, you know, single-player co-op essentially works. So we've got this time rewind mechanic. So one person moves, and then they hit rewind. So I think on gamepad it's right bumper. But you basically, the leader, whoever's in control, creates time, and then the second player can use that time to do actions as well. So we've seen similar stuff in the past. So as you can see, that clock in the bottom right is building up time. So we'll give Mr. White 6 seconds to get to the point. So it's easy enough. And then we just wait here for Mr. Brown to get to his point. And there we go. Now, where this comes into the tactics of the combat is, obviously one player can get surrounded by a bunch of cops, but if you hit rewind, you can bring your other player into kind of give yourself reinforcements. And it also is ideal to kind of keep switching, rewinding the time to build up your combo. So if we shoot this guy, hit rewind straight away, and run around and shoot this guy, we've got a ×3 combo. So it's always good to just keep building up that combo, because that's obviously going to give you more points. So I screw that up. As I said, it's just the movement controls are the thing I'm not that at ease with on keyboard. It certainly feels a lot smoother with gamepad, and as I said, that's why it feels like it should be almost an XBLA game. Not that we really have XBLA anymore with PS4 and Xbox One. So now we can use Mr. White to give backup. There we go. And we'll get a new shotgun, so we've got 6 rounds in that. And we'll let Mr. White grab the 6-shooter. So you always need to keep an eye on your ammo, obviously. And once you get to grips with the whole time mechanics, we'll switch that out. Right. Mr. White was probably getting shot horribly there, so let's... And there we go. And we'll pick up that gun. No? Mr. Brown has 14 rounds, so yeah, that should be alright. Okay, now we rewind. So let's find a gun with a decent number. There we go. 14. There we go. And now we need to get into the parking lot and get to the car. So we can run if we don't collide into objects. And Mr. White is closer, so there we go. So you can see how the kind of time rewind mechanic works. But to me, it just feels odd. It's using the Reservoir Dogs name because it doesn't really add anything to the game. It simply feels like they're just using it as a little bit of brand recognition. And is that everyone? Yeah, I think that's everyone. So get to the spot. And there we go. So that's mission accomplished. Well, tutorial mission accomplished. Take that, suckers. And scoring, we got max combo of 4. And we got a D. Okay. And we'll accept that. And we can continue. So, as I said, I've opened up the first 2. I've played those first 2. I've just opened this one. And this introduces Mr. Pink. And as I say, he looks nothing like Steve Buscemi. But you'll see that in a minute. So yeah, let's play this, and we'll play a bit of it. But I'll start wrapping up because it's a fairly simple game. I think it's going to be $15. I can't be sure. There's nothing official on the Steam page, but I've seen bits and pieces in the Steam community forum saying it's going to be, you know, $15, €15 type idea. So, Mr. Pink doesn't tip. So, if you've seen the film, you know where all that's coming from. So, it's cribbing stuff from... There you go. I don't tip. What do you mean you don't tip? I don't tip because society says I have to. I'll tip if somebody really deserves it. But this is what I mean. That does not look like Steve Buscemi. What are you talking about? Shut up. Cough up a book, you cheap bastard. I'll be back. Not that Harvey Keitel sounds anything like that either. So we're going to have a slash. And here comes the police. So, again, it just plays out pretty much the same. And obviously Mr. Pink's taken a dive, but we can obviously rewind. And but obviously we avoided taking damage there, but what we can do is use Mr. Pink to inflict some pain. And Mr. White can pick up that cash. Pick up that gun. Anybody else willing to be... Yeah, there we go, another victim. So I don't know whether it's better to go for speed or to go for cash. Oh, I can see an M16. Yep, we'll have that. Thank you very much. Now, where are we supposed to be going? Oh, we're just supposed to go back to the bar. Right. You're going to pick up that. Oh, we'll rob the soda machine. Can we? There we go. And I think that's everything we can steal. All right, actually, we'll grab that gun. There we go. More ammo. And we'll just wait here for Mr. White. So, as I say, it's a fairly simple game. It's got a nice strategic element to it, using the time rewind to kind of plan your attacks and things like that. Obviously, it's all over if, you know, both the leader gets killed, or is it the secondary character? No, if the leader gets killed, it automatically rewinds, and then you bring in the secondary character. So if the secondary character dies, then it's mission over, restart from the start of the mission, or restart from checkpoint. Which we'll probably do in this next room, I've no idea. Let's rob that. And let's get here. Oh, he's going for the money! Okay, we're going to get surrounded then, are we? Quick, follow him. Yeah, in comes the security from that side and that side. Okay, well, I'll take the guy on the left. You take the guy on the right. Oh no, there's more than one guy on the right. Okay. And... oh, somebody hit me with a baseball bat. Civilian died. Let's see if we can kill this guy quicker. Somebody's shooting from in there. Nobody else around. Nobody on our back. Oh, there we go. Ah, there you go. Mr. White bought it. Right, we'll restart from checkpoint. We know there's more than just 2 guys going to come and get us. But my opinion, it's not bad. I'd like to see this. Oh, you've got that guy there. So do they change up slightly? There we go. Oh, I'm not paying attention. So yeah, it certainly seems like it does ramp up a little in the 3rd mission, or at least in this section. It may be a case of you learn where everyone's coming from, and then you can kind of plan slightly better. And let's see if we can get this right. Right. Let's see if Mr. Pink can take care of these. Oh, need more ammo. Right. Mr. White, you're alright for ammo. So we'll start to go around this direction. Cover ass. Mr. Pink, you need to pick up a gun. You can grab the shotty. Okay, breach in 3, 2, 1. And yeah, you can grab the assault rifle. Okay. Mr. Pink. Okay, we definitely need... We need the accuracy of the rifle. There we go. There we go. And bring Mr. Pink in. So... Oh, I forgot. I thought he was already dead, so I just walk into the gunfire. But we're taking a lot of damage. Yeah, we're down to like 1 heart each. Essentially. Oh, and there's more guys. So, as I say, oh... Where's Mr. Pink? Oh, Mr. White died. So, I'll show you the other one as we sign out. It's a reasonable game. If it is $15, then I'd say it's kind of a reasonable price for it. It's got a decent amount of kind of strategy to it. Just the use of the name just boggles my mind. You know, they could have probably just done it without, you know, using the Reservoir Dogs name and character names and that. They could have got away with just creating their own IP of sorts, but it doesn't really harm it, I would say. It just seems a little odd, that's all. But as a game, it seems reasonable. I mean, I've not had any kind of technical issues. Obviously done in Unity, so it looks a little, I wouldn't say, you know, cheap, but you can see it's certainly not a high budget game. It's somewhere around that kind of mid to low tier. It plays well. I mean, it's colourful, it's bright, it's loud. But what would you expect from something bearing the name of Reservoir Dogs? You expect loud and brash. But I'm having a reasonable time with it. Oh, run out of ammo. Okay, Mr. Brown, you come round this side. Oh, out of ammo. Let's see if we can find another gun. Or just beat you up. There we go. We'll grab your gun. And we can steal stuff. Yeah, we'll steal stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't say rush out and get it, but if you like kind of twin sticks, or you like kind of these kind of slightly more strategic or tactical type games, then I don't think you'd feel like you're wasting your money. At least from the half an hour or so I've played so far, it doesn't feel particularly broken or janky or anything like that. I mean, it plays reasonably well. It pretty much does exactly what it says on the tin. It's a Reservoir Dogs game, so you expect, you're going to be shooting stuff, you're going to be stealing stuff. It feels, I wouldn't say innovative, this whole time rewind mechanic. We've seen it been done in stuff in the past, but it plays okay, and I'm kind of, skirting around the fact that it's there's nothing particularly special here, but it's not a bad game. Oh, and that guy is just freaking out in the corner. Well, I would be as well if I got caught in a robbery. But yeah. So yeah, this has been Reservoir Dogs Bloody Days. If you are interested, I will leave a link in the description below. As I said, it's out on PC on the 18th of May. And if you enjoyed this first impressions, you know what to do. Hit that like button, and if you want to see more vids like this, why not hit that subscribe button? Check out everything we've got going on here on the channel, and hopefully I will see you guys next time. Alright, catch you later. Bye!